Okay, now we're just gonna keep barreling through all these problems. But the most important thing is, I want to know if there's one in particular you'd like me to look at. Yes, morning. All right, let's take a look at 23, please. Everybody's going to 23. Let's see what's going on here. All right, now this one should be relatively easy because we can just do what? No. Listen, the main thing here is you're solving it. The reason I put y equals is because I just want you to practice putting it in your calculator. All right, I wasn't clear on that, so that's my fault. All right? Yeah, listen, guys, on the test, you're not allowed to just type in the calculator and get the answer. All right, you have to show me how to do the work. Is everybody with me on that? The calculator is just a double check to make sure you get 100. That's what you're using the calculator for. All right? You good with that? All right. So just because he said, let's just go ahead and look how simple this is. Draw a line underneath it, right? Mm-hmm. And you should be able to say that the y's cancel. So 3x. So x equals what? So x equals 2. So now because x equals 2, we plug it up in here. So we have 4 plus y equals 2. So y was what? Negative 2. Does everybody agree? Mm-hmm. So now my answer is 2 comma negative 2. That's what I want. All right, now from there, though, if we look up here, we should just be able to say y1, that's just going to be negative 2x plus 2, right? Now on the other one, it could be 4 minus x divided by negative 1. Does everybody see that? All right, now you could have rewritten this as y2 equals x minus 4. For those of you guys who are thinking of that. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Does anybody have any questions with 23? Anybody have any questions with 23? What? Okay. Now let's just go down to 24. Now, to me, I would like everybody to write underneath here, this could be a substitution because x equals what? 3y minus 1. So I'm going to plug 3y minus 1 in for x. Do I see that? All right, so when I do that, I get 3y minus 1 minus 3y equals 2. Well, what happens to the 3 y's? And it's left with negative 1 equals 2. Is that true? No, so we say the solution is no solution, and then you're supposed to know that just means they are what? Parallel lines. All right, we're just going to verify that. All right, so y1 is equal to negative x plus 2 divided by negative 3. If you put 2 minus x, hopefully you agree that's the same thing. And then y2, hold on.
X plus 1 divided by 2.
Yes, there you have it. Now check that on your calculator. Yes, sir.
Did you have figured out as well if the slope was the same?
Yeah.
Wait, it's not the same, right?
If you solve that for y, the slope will be the same. All right. Anybody have any questions with that? All right.
Can you do number 19?
Good job. Let's try 19, please. So here, it's the first time you've seen a fraction, right? Mm-hmm. Did you get 2/3? And maybe thought you got something wrong, right?
Yeah, 2/3 negative, or negative
You are awesome. That's exactly right. 2/3 and negative 1/3. If you can do that, you're in fantastic shape.
Can you do that? Oh, just
It's right there. Well, it's not that I just want you to copy it. I want you to look at it. Right? I want you to look at it. All you're doing is adding. You get 27x equals 18. And then you have to practice your fractions. Hopefully your fractions aren't a problem. All right? All right, you good with that?
yeah,
Anybody else have any questions on 19? What you need? Let's look at number 10. Thank you. Scroll down. Let's take a look at number 10. All right, let's see how you did on this one. This one's kind of nice, right? Because I can just add them, right? And so y equals 9. Pretty straightforward, right? You get 3x plus 18 equals 2. Do you agree with that? Because I put 9 in for y, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't be afraid of the fractions. Charlie. 20? All right, let's go to 20. Again, this was kind of nice because you can just add them, right? You agree with that? So x equals 3, right? So now that x equals 3, I'm just going to put it up here. 9 minus 2y equals 16. Do you agree? Negative 2y equals 7. What's that? So y equals so 3 comma negative 7 over 2. All right, now let's just double check that on the calculator. Okay, so here we go. So y1 is equal to parentheses 16 minus 3x divide by negative 2. y2 equals 8 minus 5x. Yes, divide by 2. Please double check. How is that? Is that right? Yes, sir.
You go back to number 10. What did you get 9 from?
2 plus. All right, who's next?
You don't do number 17.
17. Let's see how we're doing. That was a nice one, right?
I got 0 over 0.
Well, not 0 over 0. 0.
0 equals 0.
There you go. So that means it's an identity, which means it's the same line, which means there's an infinite number of solutions. You agree with that?
Yeah.
All right, so you have to know the difference between infinite number of solutions and no solutions, parallel lines. Somebody else? Good. Let's try 22. Now this one's kind of nice because it's just a substitution, right? So we can just say 4x minus 3 equals negative 5x minus 12, right? So if I add 5x, that becomes 9x. If I add 3, degree x equals negative 1. So that's okay. Don't be sorry. You good with that? And now I just plug negative 1 in. So y equals negative 4 minus 3, which is negative 7, right? So my answer is negative 1 comma negative 7. And the nice thing about this, you just type it straight in the calculator the way it is. It should tell you. You are welcome. What's the matter? 21. Same principle, kind of, right? They're both y equals, so it's a substitution. 2x minus 6 equals x plus 4. Subtract x, add 6. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right? And so plug in here, y equals 14, so 10 comma 14. Now this is the one you should practice changing your window and make sure you can find the point of intersection by changing your window. All right, everybody should try that. What? You did it wrong. That's all. Check it with your calculator though. So there must have been, so you tell me how you would graph the top one. What would you do? Just tell me.
I would start at the
4 and then, yes, and then, yeah, so the problem is, listen, the problem is just, the calculator is just so inaccurate. You with me on that? Sometimes even your thickness of your line messes it up. If it doesn't go through exactly the right corner, it throws it off. That's why I say it's not really fair to do it by graphing. That's why I like you to use your calculator to double check. All right, because you know how to graph, so it's just that your line was too thick. All right, or something along those lines. All right, I'm sure you were pretty close.
If you don't fix your window, will it still say like the point of intersection?
Well, you should be able to try it and see. All right, try it and see. It's part of the learning. All right, come on, guys. Anybody else? Nothing? Nothing? So we said 1 through 24, right? So tonight we'll do what?
13.
13, good job. Now that one's a nice one just because, again, it's a substitution, right? Max.
Yeah.
Now, remember, the work is already here, but if you're not following, please tell me. Right, what did I do? This y right here became 5 minus x, right?
Yeah.
Now you have to be an expert at solving those, right? So I added x and added 7. You agree with that? Do I need to go any further? Or are you good?
No.
All right, someone else. So we agree we should have the first 24 pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Now what I want someone to do is I want someone to look down further, and I want you to tell me if you see one that looks kind of scary. Which one?
Yeah.
Let's look at 27. Now 27 is nice because you should be able to say it's just a substitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do the math on this substitution. All right, so the first thing is wherever we see a y, we're going to put 4x minus 5. So it would be 8x minus 2 parentheses 4x minus 5 equals 20. Distributing a negative 2, be careful. 8x minus 8x plus 10 equals 20. Does 10 equal 20? No solution. They are what type of lines? That's the symbol for parallel lines. Alright, they are parallel lines. And now, this one's already done correctly. So y2 would be, come on, y2 would be what?
Parentheses 20 minus 8x plus parentheses divided by -2.
That's what I want to hear. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then double check. I'm thinking 50. We good? Alright, thinking around 50. Alright. What I want to do a couple more with you. Flip through. Maybe let's do to 45. That'll give us like 15 for tomorrow. 15 or 16. Alright, then you all make hundreds on your test if you get it all done.
32.
Alright, good job. Let's check out 32. And someone else look down and see if there's something a little bit harder. Now this one always looks harder because it's what? Fraction. Okay? So wherever I see a y, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put 2/3 x. So let's see if I can do that. So here we go. X plus 6, open parentheses, 2/3 x equals 30. You agree with that? So what's 2/3 of 6? So x plus 4x equals 30. 5x equals 30. So x equals what?
6.
So x equals 6. Now I come back up here. The easiest one is right up here. So y equals 2/3 of 6. All right, I'm happy with you guys. So my solution is 6 comma 4. Y1's already done properly, correct? So let's take a look at y2. Y2, someone. I'm listening. Everybody, go. All right, guys, that's what should come out of your mouth so fast. It should be so easy. And you should say, thank goodness, going to make 100 on my test. All right. If you can't do that, there's a chance you might not make 100. All right. Anybody have any questions with 32 now? What?
35.
Let's everybody take a look at 35. Yeah, that's a good example. Good job. The reason why this one's the hardest one possible is because you have to multiply both of them. All right? So here we go. Let's take a look at this now.
4.
All right?
3.
All right. So, someone, I got to multiply by 5. And you said the bottom by 4. So now wait a minute. And one of them has to be what? It doesn't matter which one. Okay? Yes. 3 and -2. That is correct. We have lots of options. All right? Very good. So let's do that. All right, so if I multiply the top by 5, 30x plus 40y equals 20. Negative 36x minus 40y equals negative 28. What do I have here? Negative what? Negative 6x equals, so wow, x is equal to, which reduces to 4/3. Yes, be careful, getting some fractions. So now if x equals 4/3, we're going to plug 4/3 back in here. So what's 6 times 4/3? So basically, I would say 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4 is. So I would have 8 plus 8y equals 4. 8y equals negative 4. Y equals negative 1/2. So 4/3, comma, negative 1/2. What?
I did it a different way and I got a different
That means you did it what?
wrong.
That means you did it wrong. Okay, so you got to find your mistake. Now, if it's possible that I made a wrong answer, we'll check it with our calculator. All right, that's why we check it. So y1, I'm listening. And then the other one, y2. And then double check me, please. Everybody happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, somebody else. Let's do another one. Anything else that looks hard here, guys? What?
39.
Thank you. Okay, so let's check out 39. All right. What is your suggestion? What do I do here? What? Yeah, I like that. Multiply the bottom by negative 2. Could have also multiplied the top by negative 3. That's perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's multiply the bottom by negative 2. Negative 6x plus 2y equals 8. X minus 2y equals 1. So what do I have here? So x equals negative 9 over 5. So now they're giving you a little workout with fractions, guys. All right, I'm hoping you're not doing all the fractions on the calculator, okay? This is what you're supposed to be practicing. Yes, sir. Well, we're not done with this one. All right, so now I'm putting negative 9/5 in for x. So negative 9/5 minus 2y equals 1. Now add 9/5, right? I want everybody to tell me 1 is how many fifths? 5/5. So now if I add 9/5, I get 14/5. Okay, so now everyone's got to pay attention here. Negative 2y equals 14/5. Hold on one more second. Now I have to divide by what? So think of it this way. When you're dividing, you're dividing the numerator. That's it. Negative 7/5. All right, so keep that in mind. Y equals negative 7/5. The other thing you can look at is just say I'm multiplying by negative 1/2. Right? So your answer is negative 9/5, comma, negative 7/5. Questions on that? What?
I still don't understand how you got 14.
1 plus 9/5. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to explain something. You see that now? Right? Perfect. Yes.
So if there's a negative in 9/5, why would you
Because I'm moving it over. Right? Okay. Now let's go back. Y1 parentheses what?
1 minus x.
Divided by negative 2. Parentheses.
4 minus 3x.
Good. And then please double check. Right? Now, does everybody agree? I don't see how we can do 61 problems and not do well on the test. Does everybody agree? Seriously. All right? Take your time, do the work. Make sure you're in good shape. All right? Brad.
33.
33. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on for 33. Okay, this one should be kind of easy, right? Even though it's annoying because it's fractions. All right, so I really want everybody to concentrate with me now on the fractions. All right, come on. So let's go ahead and just... Yeah, this one was really nice because 9x equals 40, x equals 40 over 9. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on now. Another fraction. We're practicing. All right. Now, I'm probably going to put it into the bottom one, right? Because I don't feel like multiplying 7 times 40, right? So, 2 times 40 over 9 minus 5y equals 15. Please pay attention now. Without a calculator. 80 over 9 minus 5y equals 15. Is everybody good with that? So now I have to do 15 minus 80 over 9. Hold on now. What? Yeah, actually, if you wanted to, you could eliminate the fraction by just multiplying everything through by 9. All right, I'll go back to that. Thank you for saying that. All right, I'm going to go back to that. But I like doing it this way because I want you to be what? Good with fractions. I don't want you to say there's a fraction, I don't know how to do it. So the wimpy way is just multiply everything by 9, then I don't have to worry about it. All right, I want everybody to be able to tell me 15 minus 80 over 9. Believe it or not, most kids cannot do that. So this is 15 over what?
1.
So I multiply 15 by 9 and I get,
1.
so everybody agree with that? 135, right? So now negative 5y is equal to what? Right. Now, does everybody agree? Remember what I told you about? We're now going to divide by negative 5, right? Yes, it should be. Thank you. Thank you. So this 135 minus 80. Thank you.
What do you do right there?
Multiply by 9. You're getting a common denominator. So you multiply the top by 9 and the bottom by 9. And 9 times 15 is 135.
So it cancels out.
What canceled out? 9 times, it's really, seriously, it's like this. 4 minus 2/3. That's 4 over 1. That's 12/3 minus 2/3. You with me? You sure? Right, all I'm doing is getting a common denominator, right? The numbers look weird because they're bigger numbers, but don't be confused by that. Now, does everybody remember when I said divide by what? Negative 5. So if I divide by negative 5, it's just what? Yes, negative 11 over 9. So y is equal to negative 11 over 9. So my solution was 40 over 9, comma, negative 11 over 9. Remember, whenever you're dividing by 9, you just get repeated numbers. So let's go back to y1. y1, parentheses, what?
25 minus 7x parentheses 11.
And then
15 minus 7x parentheses divided by negative 5.
okay, everybody do that on the calculator because I want to show you how your calculator can show you what these numbers are. All right, I'm going to do that on the calculator real quick. Find the point of intersection, and the point of intersection should be 4.6 repeated and negative 1.2 repeated. All right, everybody do that on the calculator. What's the matter? Where's your calculator? Well, come on, lazy bones. Get up and go get it. Man. Hurry up. This is locker right outside.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody get it?
Yeah.
Well, that took a long time, a lot of effort. You all right? Take a deep breath. And that was a long walk. All right? You okay? All right. Maybe some time to rest. All right. All right. Did everybody get what I said?
Yes.
All right. So now listen carefully, please. When you find the point of intersection, this answer is stored in the x value, and this answer is stored in the what?
Why?
The y value. So I want everybody to hit second quit. And then I want you to hit the X button and hit enter. And what do you notice? It's the same number, right? Then I want you to hit math, enter, enter. It's M-A-T-H.
Oh my gosh.
M-A-T-H.
Whoa, that's pretty
Wait, that's how you spell
cool.
math?
All right.
That's pretty gnarly.
All right. Now,
So the tubular, dude.
the hard part is, listen, we're now going to find the Y value.
Oh,
All right. So the Y value is alpha. All right. So you have to hit alpha. Then you have to look on your
one.
calculator, and the Y value is 1. So hit 1. Then hit enter. And what do you notice?
Negative 1.22.
That was the Y value. Now hit math, enter, enter.
Whoa!
I knew you would be dazzled. All right. You are welcome.
I'm not going
All
to
right,
remember
you are
all of this.
All right. So I had a great observation up here. I'm never going to remember all of this. That's why you practice. So it'll be put into your gigantic brain. All right. So now, again, what did I say? Let's get to around.
45.
Let's get to around 45. Do I care if you stop at 40 or go to 50? The more you do, the less you have to do tomorrow. And tomorrow's a little shorter because we have Long Chapel. So again, your job, please. The reason why the answers are not posted is because you're supposed to check them on your own. You should be a master of checking it. All right, please check. If you have a problem, you're not sure, or your calculator answer doesn't match your answer, you can't find your mistake, please come on up. I want to help you. All right, any questions? But please get to work. All right, every problem you do now means you don't have to do later. All right, get busy. All right, if you're having trouble, pair up with somebody. Help each other out. I don't even care. What? Friday. Friday is our test.